South City is back again. It's Alex.
And it's me, Noah.
And we are here with your ROH All-Star Extravaganza 6i pay-per-view review. Pay-per-view is this Saturday night, and a damn good show from ROH.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Easy to sit through, and one of the better shows of the year for ROH. I think.
Maybe one of the better shows in all of North America, too.
Probably, yeah.
You know,
just the flow of this show. Really good segments that didn't feel like they were TV segments.
Yeah. This was segments actually had importance to them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we started things off with actually a promo, which usually we're against, but this one was actually good. Lethal and the House of Truth came out, and they talked about how ACH was not allowed, couldn't get into Canada, and so his match was canceled. And it was a typical heel segment. And then Cedric Alexander comes out and challenges Lethal for the belt. Lethal refuses. He says Lethal has no balls, and Scalise has more balls than him, and so Lethal accepts. Simple, effective. Lethal looked like a heel. Cedric got a babyface pop. You know, it was fun.
Yeah, and you know, this is one of those things that they had to do last minute
because
it wasn't. And the plan that ACH wasn't going to be there. But this was. I thought this was a good segment. I'm really liking Jay Lethal where he's going with
I love his heel character. He's great. We'll get more back to him in a second. But the opening match was Hanson versus Briscoe. Very, very fun match. I mean, these two guys worked surprisingly well together, I think.
Yeah, I thought so too. I think Mark looks... He's in some of the best shape he's been in years, really. He looks really healthy. And Hanson, he's been really impressive since he got there.
Yeah. Didn't quite get a good... They did a stupid thing where they brought out Mark Briscoe first, so naturally Mark got the big pop, and then Hanson comes out and almost dead silent.
Yeah, no one knows.
But crowd got more into it as the match went on. Some crazy spots. I mean, Hanson did a suicide dive, you know, which is like, that's a big dude to come diving at you. Almost hit a moonsault. I mean,
yeah,
good God.
Almost didn't make it over.
Yeah, had a little under rotation there.
Yeah, that was scary.
But this was a very fun match, and it's like, seeing this match, I'm like, damn, I wish this War Machine Briscoe feud wasn't put on hold because of Raymond Rowe's injury. But,
yeah, it looks like that's a feud that has a lot of potential.
Absolutely.
And if they do hold it off till he comes back, I think that those guys might be even more polished by then. So.
Could be, yeah. Well, Hanson will be. I don't know. Yeah, Rowe might have an issue.
Concern,
yeah. But this was a very fun match. I give it 3 stars. Very, very enjoyable.
I give it 2 3/4.
Okay. Next up, we had a 4-team tag team survival match. It was Artie Evans and Moose taking on Ethan Gabriel Owens, or Ego, and Josh Alexander, Monster Mafia. Big fans of them. Watanbe and Caprice Coleman, and the Decade of BJ Whitmer and Adam Page. This was a pretty fun match. This was just everyone got their shit in.
Yeah, this was fine. Fun, especially some of these guys most viewers wouldn't be all that familiar with.
Yeah,
but it was a nice way to introduce people.
Yeah, I really enjoyed everyone doing the dive. Artie Evans doing standing on Moose's shoulders and doing the dive. I thought that was pretty awesome. Moose actually doing the dive was pretty incredible.
Yeah, and he seems to be getting over a little bit. Yeah,
he's getting over. He seems more. He's getting better. He's still green, but he's getting better at working his role. So I think that's good. Really funny one I thought was Adam Page and BJ were in the ring, and Adam was trying to get BJ to do a dive, and BJ just grabs Adam Page and tosses him over the ring into everyone. I thought that was really funny and kind of played up the role that Adam Page has in the Decade, which is he's the young boy. Monster Mafia, I think, here looked great. I mean, they had some really cool tag team maneuvers, and
their finisher is just nasty.
I love those guys as a tag team, man.
Yeah.
Match ended up coming down to Artie Evans stealing the win with the crucifix pin, and the streak continues, which
I like that too.
Yeah. So it was fun. I don't think I kind of wish that he hadn't pinned Owens of Monster Mafia. I kind of wish he'd pinned BJ. Kind of pinned one of the other guys, but whatever.
I think that it's fine. I mean, Monster Mafia has nothing to lose.
Exactly. This is another fun match. I give this 3 stars as well. I mean, this was easy to sit through. I think it got what they want. What they got out of this match, it got accomplished.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a fun match. I gave it 2.5. I thought that it was just
okay.
Good time.
Okay.
Average.
Actually, before this, we forgot. Ciampa came out during because he's suspended right now for attacking Bobby Cruz and other officials at the Death Before His Honor shows. He came out trying to talk to Nigel, explain the situation, and he was like, no, we can't talk right now. You're suspended. Blah 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 blah. So that was a nice little segment. It wasn't it was very, very quick. It was less than 2 minutes long, I think.
Yeah.
And they played it up very much like, oh crap, you know, Ciampa's here, you know, get out of the way, get out of the way, you know. And like I like that a lot.
I liked how it felt realistic.
Yeah.
He just wanted to talk, and they were like, "This isn't the time." It just felt realer.
Yeah, I really liked like Steve Corino and Kevin Kelly, like, you know, Bobby, get out of the way, you know, get out of the way, you know. Like that was really cool. I like that a lot. It adds a nice element of realism to it. Then we have probably had probably the worst match on the card, I think. It was the Addiction of Kazarian and Christopher Downs, which is a good name, by the way.
I like that.
Yeah, versus Jimmy Jacobs and Roderick Strong of the Decade. A very basic tag team match. I mean, they're fun. It was a fun match, but like again, much like the four-way match we saw in Dearborn, way too much heat. You know, they got way too much heat. It wasn't as generic as it sounded. I kind of wanted to see more action, more tag team stuff, and less.
Yeah, this was just, I don't know. I didn't even think it was average. I was bored. There was just too much heat, and like you said, it was a lot like the Dearborn match, where you just felt like it was too much heat, not enough going on.
Yeah, kind of ended out of nowhere too.
Yeah, I mean, this is supposed to be kind of a dream match, you know.
And kind of a match that had some built-up feud to it, you know.
Yeah, and it really, I was really disappointed by it.
Yeah, very underwhelming, I think.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing at the end of it was that Roddy's shaking hands with the Addiction, and it's like the whole thing about the Decade is that they didn't shake hands with people, and like, you know, they kind of tease like some tension between them. So it's like, oh, that's interesting. You know?
that works well.
So like, I'm kind of curious where they're gonna go with this Decade storyline. I give this 2.5. It was an average match, you know.
Yeah, I went a lot lower. I went a star and 3/4.
Oh.
Did not care for this one.
And next up, we had a match of the year contender, which was AJ Styles, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, taking on Adam Cole. This match was, first of all, they built this match very nicely. It was like, this is a dream match. This is a first time ever matchup, which is always a plus. We love those. They had a little clunkiness at first, you know, a few missed spots or whatever, but like nothing that like ruined the match, I don't think.
Right.
But otherwise, this was phenomenal. They did a great job of like playing up the idea that Adam Cole's like good at working over like body parts now, like he's more methodical kind of, and just they played up the idea that AJ Styles is just, you know, the fucking greatest, you know, one of the best wrestlers in the world right now, and just these guys really clicked in the ring. I thought they really worked well. Some great near falls, some great counter sequences. Just this was fantastic.
Yeah, this was a great match, and going in, I wasn't sure if Cole, without his title, facing AJ would make Cole look like a smaller star, not on his level.
Like,
but he did.
You felt like maybe Cole not being the champion in this, going as a champion in this match, he would not look up to AJ's level almost.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
and but he did. He did look like he was up to AJ's level, especially in ROH.
Yeah.
I loved how he stood on the apron and he would stare at AJ as he entered, and the whole aura of it.
Yeah,
it really worked, and AJ brings a lot of that.
Absolutely. I mean, like every time he walks out with that IWGP title, it's just like it just brings in like another level of like hype to a match, I think.
I agree. I think that and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I see him these days.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the fact that he carries that belt around with such pride, and like, you know, it's just like you feel the importance of that belt, and like you feel kind of like makes him even bigger, you know.
Right.
And AJ already is a phenomenal wrestler.
And he's, you know, his star has risen higher than it's ever been.
I agree. I think he's definitely in the running for Wrestler of the Year for this year.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. And as for this, again for this match, like they did a great job. Two things I really liked. One was there were two spots actually that like, I really liked. Was like AJ had the match won twice, kind of. He had two big moves, couldn't capitalize because he was selling his knee. Now whether it looked, there was going on from like, oh, did he really fuck up his knee, or like, and you couldn't even kind of tell if he was selling for real or he actually really did hurt himself.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really good job, like, because like that was a kind of a criticism a lot, like in AJ's earlier career, was that he never sold. You know.
And I think that this was one of those times that he really sold really well.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, a really cool spot also was like that strike exchange him and Cole had, and then like Cole hits, or AJ hits the Pele kick, and Cole falls on top of him, like
for the pin,
that was a great, you know.
I love that spot too.
And what was it in this match where they had like he had the 1, 2, and like Cole got the leg on the rope?
This was one of those matches.
Yeah, I don't remember what he hit though. Oh, was it the Styles Clash?
I thought it was like the 450 or the I thought it was a top rope. I
I don't know, maybe it was, I don't remember. But yeah, like there was a lot of great near falls, and just fantastic stuff. And the finish was sick, with AJ hitting a bloody Sunday off the very, very top rope.
Nasty.
And
nasty.
Oh my god, man.
It looked like Cole almost didn't tuck at all.
Yeah,
it was nasty.
Yeah, great match. And then, obviously at the end, Cole spits in the face of AJ, and keeps the heel stuff going, which was great.
Yeah, I really like that.
Fantastic match, though. I mean, I would love to see a rematch down the road.
Definitely.
Some people are even saying, like, hey, maybe AJ wins the ROH title, and then at Wrestle Kingdom, him versus Cole.
I'd like to see that.
That would be pretty awesome. Well, that's for another day. Discuss for another day. What'd you give this?
I gave this 4.5. I thought this was really good. A little clunky, like you said, in spots, but a great, great match.
Yeah, 4.5 as well. High five that one. Yeah.
Clap.
All right. And then we had intermission. We came back with Michael Bennett and Maria doing a promo. They talked about Matt returning, what Matt it is. Is it Matt Hardy? Is it Matt Sydal? Matt Taven? God, I hope not Matt Taven.
It's probably Sydal.
Probably Sydal.
It's been announced, but
who knows? Maybe. And then they unveil that they have Briscoe's custom ROH title. And they've retitled the Title of Love, and it's very, very Maria-esque.
Yeah, it looks like a belt that Tyler Breeze would wear.
Yeah, there you go. NXT reference. Hey.
Hey.
And then they were going to consummate the belt, and Mark Briscoe broke it up. So Briscoe's Kingdom feud still keeping going, I guess. Which I guess
that's cool.
Yeah,
it gives Cole something to do, and it will help.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to mind. Then we had another really, really fantastic match for the ROH World Television title between Jay Lethal and Caprice Coleman. We forgot to mention that fact that Scalise got a super kick to the face during the opening segment.
Man.
She took that like a champ, man. Whew.
She got drilled by that thing, too.
And so the match begins without Scalise, the muscle of the House of Troops, which I always found very funny that the House of Troops muscle is the woman.
I love it.
I love it. Great. It's really new, yeah. So the match goes back, and a great match, actually. These two worked very, very well together. Great chemistry. And we were talking about this before, like watching a couple of Jay Lethal matches, especially his television match he had with ACH, where he is really good at working an old school style match with the manager of Truth Martini, but still making it fresh and relevant and interesting to watch.
And exciting, too.
Exciting to watch, yeah. The crowd gets into it,
Right. It's got this old, like you said, old school feel to it. The structure of his matches are very old school.
Yeah.
Bad guy, bad manager, around the ring.
Ref gets distracted, here comes the the manager interferes,
But it's not the same old shit.
Yeah.
It seems fresh.
It comes off entertaining.
Yes, I really like it.
And it doesn't come as like, oh, here comes Truth ruining the match. It's like, oh yeah, Truth, and it's like Truth adds to these matches.
Exactly. And I don't want to throw a lot of comparisons out there, but Heenan was a guy that when he got involved, it added to the match.
Yeah.
So that's just a sign of a good manager, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, and there was a great one in this match where like Taven was looking to do a springboard move.
Who?
Taven. Jesus, I got Taven on the brain. Cedric was going to do a springboard move, and like Truth grabbed his leg and hit his legs with a book, and like Taven did like a spin, and like landed back first in the apron. It was an awesome spot.
It was nasty. I don't think I've ever seen him
land
like that.
It was really great, and then match really picked. Oh, and then Truth took a shot on the balls, whatever, on the ropes, or whatever, which him selling anything is hilarious to me.
Yes, it is.
And then Scalise, he bounces into points to his dick. Oh man, that's like some great back and forth stuff. Scalise came out again, tried to help out Jay Lethal, and got a corner drop kick to the face. Jesus Christ, it looks like a
rough night.
Yeah, rough. She took a lot of shots to the face.
Yeah.
Hey-o! And Cedric got a near fall, but Jay Lethal ended up winning. A nice little thing they had in the match, and they kind of brought up multiple times, which is Cedric hits these big powerhouse moves, but doesn't cover it away and goes for something more flashy again.
Yeah, that was a good. I like that they brought it up because that was something that was very nice.
And I kind of like it. I like they did Cedric, you're great, you had the wins, but you don't take and I kind of hope they eventually play up somehow he finally learned to not do that or whatever.
Right. I agree with that because, and I think if it was intentional, it really adds to the match the fact that these guys aren't in a feud. They're not really that familiar with each other.
Yeah.
So he might have thought he had more leeway to.
Yeah, and also kind of plays that they did, like, you know, Cedric, you know, you're still a young guy, you don't, you know, and he hasn't really learned how to get the win when he needs to.
Right.
You know, kind of playing with that, like, inexperience almost, to a veteran like Lethal. But yeah, this was a fantastic match. I'd love to see a rematch. I think the only thing we had to complain about was, like, it's just like, man, wish these two guys had a feud to build off of, because, like, then they could build up more drama in the match. But otherwise, fantastic match. I gave it 3 3/4, just short of 4 stars.
I also gave it 3 3/4. This was a really fun match, and Jay Lethal's enthusiasm about the handshakes.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's like, you know, it's so common for like a heel to, like, you know, shake hands like woo, whatever. But like Lethal doesn't, like, you know, almost like you know, like shaking hands like good luck, buddy. You know, it's like you're gonna need it. Right. And like I love him shaking hands like, you know, like, oh, good job. You almost had me. You know, it's like I love that. Like like almost like kind of like Bobby Fish does. You know.
Right.
Yeah, but like yeah, Lethal's fantastic as his heel character. I love it. I think
it's really, you know, at first it was a little bland. I didn't know where it was going with it. I think it's really turned that corner.
I think it's probably his best work he's done in a long time.
He had a good promo package that, well, a video that came out with him and Truth before the event that was really funny too.
Yeah, check that out. All right, then we had the semi-main event, which was for the ROH World Title. Michael Elgin defending his title against Jay Briscoe. Going in, we kind of knew this was going to be a physical match, and this did not disappoint. I mean, these guys just were in a slug match from the opening bell.
Right, and I thought that worked really well. I think that these guys' styles mesh really well. Yeah. Jay is a guy, you know, I'm going to try and break this down a little bit.
Break it down scientifically for us.
So Elgin, you know, he's a power guy. He's a brawler. He's a bruiser, if you will.
Yeah, okay.
And so, and he's strong. So it's not a good idea to come right at him. But Jay Briscoe is a brawler.
Yeah.
And he's crazy, and he doesn't even know any better.
No.
And so when he gets in there, that's what he's going to do. And it came off really well, I thought.
Yeah, it was just like, it's almost like Jay Briscoe knew nothing else but, like, there's a big motherfucker, I'm going to go beat the shit out of him.
Yes,
that's all he knew. And like and it worked. And I was like, you know, I liked it like in the opening matches, like he's just throwing haymakers and Elgin's just absorbing them and keeps firing back too.
Right.
You know?
I love that.
They did a lot of brawn on the outside. And then that, you know, which I wasn't so thrilled about, because I think
it was just too much.
Yeah, but they did have a really nasty spot, like where Elgin hit like a uranagi on a fucking chair on the floor.
Oh, and that didn't look like the chair gave it all.
Oh man, yeah. But the finishing stretch of this match was fantastic. I thought.
I loved it.
They really played up the idea. You know, these guys are slugging it out, and then Jay Briscoe hits a jig driller through the timekeeper's table, which Elgin was straight fucking up in the air.
Nasty looking. This was scary.
Sometimes you see like they kind of halfway get up. Like no, Elgin was fucking vertical.
That was as good as he's ever hit one.
And he gets it back in the ring, big near fall, and Elgin looks like solid, like he was out, like lights were on, but nobody was home.
Right.
And you know, and then like Elgin makes a big muscle comeback, goes for the Elgin bomb. Jay counters, boom, second Jay driller, 1, 2, 3, new champion.
Shocker.
Shock, the biggest shock of the year for ROH, I think.
Oh, I think so too.
I mean, I don't think anyone saw this coming. And okay, there's a whole discussion about why they had Elgin drop the belt. You know, there's rumors of that it was a visa issue. There's rumors that it was they decided before the visa issue came to light. Whatever the case is, doesn't matter. It happened, and in a weird way, I was really upset about it. But when I saw the match and I saw like how it ended, and then like when Jay Briscoe walking away, it was almost like they have a plan for this, and this is just a temporary setback for Elgin.
Yeah, I think that there's possibility of good to come back out of this.
Yeah, because it looked like when Jay Briscoe won the belt, like Elgin handed him the belt, Jay Briscoe shook his hand, like left him in the ring.
Right. That's a sign of respect.
Yeah.
And it was, let's be real, that's Jay's moment.
Yeah.
When you win the belt, that's your moment.
Yeah.
You know, unless there's an angle.
Yeah. And like it was almost like Jay Briscoe like kind of saying like, hey, I'm the champion now, but you're gonna get this back one day. But it's just ain't your day today.
Right.
You know.
And it's almost like I'm sorry that this.
Yeah. Almost kind of like like he let him have the moment with his home crowd. So I'm thinking the idea is maybe they want to get like in a weird way it works. It's like Jay Briscoe finally has the belt. He never lost back. He can finally drop it cleanly. There's never that moment of like, well, Jay Briscoe never lost his belt and blah 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 blah. You know, now he will drop it cleanly. So it almost brings his story full circle.
Right.
And also now you could just, I'm thinking they might have him drop the belt to AJ Styles, and then AJ lose to Elgin. You know, like that way they can have AJ win the belt without Elgin having to lose to him.
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
But
so we'll see.
Either way.
But also an important thing to note though in the match is that Elgin never hit the Elgin bomb.
Right.
Which is his finishing move, which is like, you know, like, oh, you know, could that have put away Jay Briscoe?
We may never know.
We may never know, yeah. But, yeah, I really, really enjoyed the match, though, just for, like, it was just two big dudes just hammering away at each other. It was really well done, I thought. And I thought the finish was just so well booked, I thought.
Yeah, because they've booked Michael Elgin as this guy that you can pretty much hit him with anything.
Yeah. And
what I liked is the Jay Driller through the table, and after that, that's when the crowd really came alive and was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Jay's got a chance.
Yeah, and
I
still don't think anyone saw that coming, though.
No.
I don't even think the commentators knew. Like, the commentators were, probably commentators were shocked.
But the crowd reaction, they accepted it. I mean, it was Elgin's hometown, but they still cheered for Jay.
Yeah.
I thought it just worked really well and came off really well.
Yeah, it was great. I give this match 4 stars.
I also gave it 4 stars.
Yeah.
We are, what is that, 3 in a row now?
Yeah. Or it's about to be another one in a row.
I think so.
All right. Well, the main event was a match we were hyped for. reDRagon, Young Bucks, 2 out of 3 falls for the ROH World Tag Team titles. This one started off hot and heavy, and it just fucking went for 20 straight minutes. These guys busted their ass to put on one of the greatest tag team matches I've ever seen.
Yeah, this was amazing. The way that they paced it, like you mentioned, fantastic. And which is really important in 2 out of 3 falls matches. You got 3 separate matches almost that you got to pace, and I thought it was just beautifully done.
Yeah, I liked it. Like they kind of like threw everything they had at each other at first, and then they had to break out new shit. Like the Bucks had to break out. They broke out a package pile driver super kick combo, which is awesome.
Yeah.
The reDRagon had to cheat a little bit, which wasn't I didn't mind, you know.
Right, no, I didn't.
It was only for 1 fall, too, which I'm like, okay, you know, they cheated for the first fall and then they had to cheat again.
Right.
Which I like. Oh, except for the ref, pulling the ref out. But you mentioned one thing you really liked about this match, which was they protected finishers.
Yes, I think that the Young Bucks in particular get a lot of, you know, that people call them spot monkeys, and that they don't have psychology, and they ruin, you know, they ruin matches like that.
Go fuck yourself, people.
But I think that this is an example of how that you can hit these moves, these big, monstrous, crazy moves, but if you protect them by breaking up pins and pulling the ref out and putting your hand or foot on the ropes, things like that, not kicking out of them, then I say that that's just...
Agreed.
That's perfect. That's exactly what you should be doing. And I understand kicking out of some of these moves would really hurt the move, and maybe, you know, people's view of the impact of them, but they didn't do that, and I really appreciate that in these matches.
One part I loved was when they hit the Meltzer driver, which, you know, which is the fucking coolest move.
Craziest move.
Yeah, it's a it's a spike tombstone pile driver with Nick Jackson doing a 450 to do the spiking. It is fucking ape shit crazy.
Right. It's springboard.
Springboard 450. It's just fucking nuts. And Kyle breaks it up, which got Kyle broke it up, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge fucking pop from the crowd. And then he throws Bobby Fish out of the ring, and he's just like, gets them in the middle of his face, like, you know, come on, bring it on. Like, that was fucking awesome.
Right, because he knows, like, if
Bobby Fish is done.
He's got to get him out of the ring, and he takes out his mouth guard, just throws it at him, like, let's do this.
Yeah, oh my god, man. This match was just so awesome. The finish was fucking sick, too. With Kyle catching, they go for more bang for your buck. Bobby Fish holds on to Nick Jackson and then hip tosses him onto the table, which didn't break.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, and then Kyle O'Reilly makes him tap out to the armbar. You know, it was fucking awesome, man. I love this match. This was everything you love about tag team wrestling. This was just fucking hot and heavy action, all match, some good tag team action, some great spots, just great near falls, everything.
Amazing chemistry.
Amazing chemistry.
These guys didn't miss a beat. Like it wasn't sloppy. I can't remember one.
No,
I can't remember one moment where it was sloppy.
Never. Yeah, these guys were fucking.
And they have such a room for error with some of these
absolutely.
moves. Like the Meltzer driver, perfect. I mean, perfect, like video game perfect.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. That was like something out of WWE No Mercy.
Yeah.
Just fucking amazing. So I think we can both agree. This was, for us anyway, we still finished the G1, but this was the very first 5-star match of the year this year. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, I agree with you.
This,
I thought it was outstanding.
This is a match you must see. This is a match you cannot miss.
Now, I will say this. It is a very spot-heavy match. If that's not your style, then this might not be a 5-star to you. But to me...
I was entertaining the entire fucking match.
I was on the edge of my seat for a 2 out of 3 falls match at the end of a long show, you know.
Yeah, this was the main event of a 3-hour show, and it was a 20-minute long match, and I was at the edge of my seat the entire time, just like hooked on it. And like I remember one time, one point we're like marking out for a spot, and we like turned and we missed a spot, and it's like holy, it's just too fucking. You had to keep your eyes on the action the whole match. It's crazy, man. Awesome though.
Loved it.
What do you give this show overall? If you can even rate this show.
That's what's so tough because there's so many good matches.
It's like 4 matches in a row that are just fucking amazing, but that first like 3 matches were just kind of rough.
I don't want to.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I want you to.
I'm going to go with a 9.25 out of 10. A must-see show. Almost, I think if the opening matches were a little bit better, it could have been even more. But like I think it was the tag title match was a 4-star match. I could have gone a 9.5. But as it is, a fantastic show and one that you cannot miss from Ring of Honor, I think.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you said right there. I'm going to go a little lower.
Okay.
I'm going to go with a 9.
Okay.
But that's still,
that's still fucking amazing.
This show had all the matches were pretty fun. Even the match that I didn't care for was pretty solid.
Yeah.
But, it was it's just the placement of it and just the way it was worked. But fantastic matches up and down the card, and go see this match.
It is too sweet.
Too sweet.
All right, that's it for us, guys. Take care. Bye.